Hey everybody, it's John here. It's been a while since I made a video, and what is the date today? It's September 11th, 2009, and it got me thinking about, obviously, September 11th in 2001, the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Centers, and that day, of course. And every year I revisit my opinions about that day and the aftermath in the following years and the changes to the foreign policy of the United States and how it's focused our gaze toward the Middle East far more than it was before that date. Yeah, but I wanted to get people's opinion on that, frankly. Like, what's your opinion of 9/11 and how it changed things for the better, for the worse, or just changed things? Not profoundly so, where we live our lives radically different, especially after a few days afterwards. I think that's what people thought. This is like another war or something like that is being fought on U.S. soil, and that has not become the case. My opinion of it is that the governments they utilize the fear, legitimate fear, not for legitimate reasons, but legitimate feelings of fear of the populace. It's one of the most effective tools that governments have because it really, people don't usually, when they're afraid, they're not at their maximum amount of skepticism. Their critical thinking skills are dulled, if not tossed out the windows entirely. This is true for majority of people, I think. And they keep playing that card over and over again. I mean, even to this day, we're escalating in Afghanistan, in a place that brought the Soviet army to its knees, and trying to rebuild a country, like I said in other videos, that has a literacy rate of something like 25%. And in all this name of fighting Al-Qaeda and preventing, religious extremists to, get control of Pakistan, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like, with the collapse of the Soviet Union and the collapse of communism as a legitimate threat, that there wasn't this boogeyman in the 90s as there was that was supplied in 9/11. And here we are going over and over again. We spend billions, if not trillions of dollars fighting this kind of invisible enemy. Not to say that the threat isn't, in some respects, real in terms of people wanting to do harm, but I think that the way that it's approached is profound loss of quote-unquote blood and treasure. That's my opinion. I think that it's just an excuse to be more militaristic and to exercise more of our military might for more economic means than for any type of ideological means, really, or in terms of spreading democracy or helping people out. I don't think that's ever the primary reason. It's almost always economic in some way or shape or form. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to hear you guys' opinion about it. I think that we're getting enough distance now from it where we can look at it more objectively and not be afraid. And then also, too, what is our reaction going to be when the second 9/11 hits? What if it's something worse? What if it's twice as bad or 10 times as bad? These are the things that I'm more worried about. They'll inevitably happen. Not necessarily, and we do much to really even protect ourselves from it because we live in an open society, and people have the ability to freely kind of leave or do what they want and go where they want in the country. And access to the United States is incredibly hard if you have the means. It's a huge country. Anyway, so yeah, and I'd like to hear your opinions. Video responses are always a plus, but otherwise, I hope you guys are having a great Friday and have a great weekend. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.